Fantastic, you're back. Governor Suresh needs to speak to you right away. Hold on.
How wonderful to see you again. I'm sure you're already noticing the changes your efforts have brought. Ragul attacks are down 80% in the resettlement zone, and the few we encounter are repelled more easily. Construction crews are back to work with a bit of arm twisting, and they're developing more ambitious projects. They believe in what we're doing again, thanks to you.
Fighting monsters, inspiring the people to greatness, all in a day's work.
Unfortunately, not all of the news is good. Our successes come at a price. The Rakuls we've displaced now threaten our forward expedition teams. We've endangered our most vulnerable projects. The work those teams are doing is critical to reclaiming Terrace. If we don't help them, the confidence we've worked so hard to restore could die forever.
Aren't there security forces to protect these people?
Of course. And their numbers are dwindling rapidly. Everyone working in that wilderness has lost friends and comrades. They're frightened and losing hope quickly. I need you to rekindle that hope. To show our people that no enemy is too powerful to overcome.
Once we finished, they won't even remember why they were so worried.
I'd like nothing better.
The team leads are at Bridget's Run. It was a top-notch swoop track before the Sith attacked.
A speeder will take you out once you're ready. When you land, find my agent Vilo. He'll be your guide. Hundreds of lives and millions of credits were sacrificed to bring us to this point. Do whatever it takes. Our project cannot fail.
The governor sent us plenty of help already. Volunteers, mercs, even Jedi. And they're all dead or working on it. I'm not watching the body count go any higher. We're pulling out. ASAP. You want to help? Help us load up for evac.
The governor is paying to get the job finished, not to pack it up and head home.
I hope she's paying well. If you want to get yourself eaten or turned into a monster, go right ahead. Anything and anyone that isn't packed when we leave is meat. Your choice.
Ni at umpampa, boshura moki. Kusa mala chikuta, ikosa mose ala chuta.
Do whatever you have to, Vilo. Don't let him take these people out of here.
Kotocha ka nagulawa. Mijusku ba flota lista.
This is not a grooming behavior. That's tool use at the very least.
I know that, and you know that. I'm just saying neither the university nor the garrison... Never mind, we have company.
Hi, I'm Mola Haxtor. This is Professor Vral. We're applied xenozoologists. Could you settle something for us?
I'm sorry, xenozoologist?
We study alien life forms. On Taris, that pretty much means rak ghouls.
Come look at this. We implanted a recording device in a Ragul and released him. This image is from the footage of his warren. It looks like a new species of Ragul. Taller, meaner, dominates normal Rags. And when it was being recorded, it
reached over and shut the transmitter off.
So he wanted a little privacy with Lady Ragul. What does this matter?
Because rak ghouls barely use tools. They're not sentient. If this new species can reason, we have to change our colony's defenses.
This is why we need someone, you, to find our Ragul and extract his recording device. Besides the obvious academic prestige, it is essential that the Republic find out how dangerous this new species is.
The last thing we want are organized Ragguls. I'll dig up your device.
You're back. Let's queue up that footage and see the Ragguls.
Calm down, Mola. I think some thanks are in order.
Yes, of course. We'd never go into the Warrens, even with an escort. This wouldn't have happened without you.
The swarms were pretty thick in that Warren. You'll get something you can use.
I'll upload the footage. Let's talk after we've looked it over.
The new species has a lair that looks like an ex-power plant. And it's got, get this, crude recent construction.
Mola, the fact that they can build a ladder is the least of our worries. Day 2, minute 11. One of the new species pushes away the others in order to get at a food source.
But he pushes them without touching them. It's very clear there is no contact.
The new species can use the Force.
So, what you're saying is if I have property on Terrace, sell it all now.
Depends on our colony's chances. We've alerted the base commander and the rest of the garrison. We don't know if just one of the new species is Force sensitive or all of them. If it's all of them, the garrison is considering evacuation.
This is the largest threat facing Terrace. We need eyes in that Rak Ghoul lair.
Excellent idea. Just let me update my will.
It's the best plan we've got. The lair you want is an old power plant deep in the Rak Ghoul territory.
I'll fit you with a transmitter so we can see what you see. Get close enough to film the creatures, but if one notices you, do what you have to do.
You sure coming here was a good idea, Captain? These aren't your ordinary rat ghouls.
Approach. I am Bayan Siyu of the Sanage Temple.
Hey, you! The one who killed the Nekku! Open the lock! This holocron is crazy!
Calm yourself. I am incapable of madness. Madness is internal chaos, and there is no chaos, only harmony.
Back up. What did you call the dead thing?
Nekgus! He named them, not me!
The Nekgus activated me when they became Force sensitive. I saw them quest for knowledge, and began teaching them.
All they learned is better ways to kill, you saw it!
This Jedi Knight, Danajor, entered the Warren. He sought battle, and the Nekgus reacted.
Why are they keeping him alive?
The Nekgus are currently drawing power from dark emotions.
Say it! They tear out colonists' hearts in front of me because they feed on fear and disgust.
Then this is no theoretical threat. They're sadistic, premeditated.
What they do is from ignorance, not hatred. If you lived in a cave all your life, the first time you saw light, it would be painful. The darkness would comfort you, and you would only go toward light again when you found the courage. That is how it is with Nekgus.
He's mad! There's hundreds of those things beneath us, by the reactor. He sees them as no threat, but they can't be allowed to live.
Revenge is not the Jedi way, Dana. Your plan will create ruin and poison.
If you don't like what you're about to see, turn off.
It won't take long. Just let me reach that control panel and lower the reactor shielding.
What you plan is mass murder. No thinking creature deserves to die a lingering death from radiation. There are alternatives.
They were born of dark side sorcery. They cannot change.
It merely requires time, which I have. They cannot harm me. Leave me here with them, and seek death no more.
These things are a danger to every colonist on the planet. Take them out.
He's right about one thing. There's nothing good in this place.
Professor Vrowl here. You did great. We got everything recorded. Now get out of there. The multimeter's going crazy with radiation. Run! Run and never look back!
Take a friendly warning. There's worse critters on this planet than raccoons. No, I ain't no coward. I've hunted sand demons on Tatooine, fought Sith during the war on Coruscant. Clearing the wildlife on Terra seemed like an easy gig. These creatures ate a whole team of Jedi for lunch. What are we supposed to do except be dessert?
What creatures? Something attacked the Jedi?
Something that makes rat-ghouls look downright cute and cuddly. Should have known when they said the Jedi got wiped out. What am I supposed to do that half a dozen Jedi can't? I don't know if those monsters ate the Jedi and barfed up the Force, but they were using powers like I've never seen.
If I get it done where you failed, can I collect the credits?
Any credits I have are for blood payments to the men's families. But there's plenty of the Jedi left behind, if you follow. You go after those monsters, just be careful. They're smart. People smart. And let me know what happens, so I can convince them not to send me back in.
Get out while you can. There's nothing they can pay to make this job worth it. Take your ship and get out. There's no amount of hazard pay to make this worth it. Like rat-ghouls aren't bad enough. They need to start breeding in the middle of a blasted nuclear reactor. Makes them twice the size and mean.
I could lend a hand if you need one.
Oh, that's awful generous. How do you feel about dying of an irradiated rat-ghoul bite? I went into the rat-ghoul warren right over that way, with 24 men. I'm the only one who crawled out alive. They're swimming in radiation. They've mutated into monsters that don't slow down even when you blast their brains onto the wall.
When you said no amount of money would be worth it, can you define that amount more exactly?
If you can destroy these beasts, I'll give you everything I'm being paid for my whole term of service. If they aren't destroyed down to the last beast, the whole settlement will be a graveyard. Once you're done, if you live, talk to Androclus Methodius there. He's heading up this task force.
We are here on a mission of mercy. I am recording this hollow journal to preserve our efforts for posterity. All evidence indicates that raccoons are not beasts, but formerly sentient victims of a plague that mutates the body and mind. It was Sith science that created the plague. And where the Force has corrupted, perhaps the Force can also heal. We have set our camp near a raccoon lair, but have had little luck making contact with the creatures. We take heart that our theories are sound, for there is a palpable dark side presence coming from the lair. It is that influence we must combat to turn back the plague. Masters Trey Trimble and Lucana are dead. They ventured too close to the lair and were attacked. There was something else leading the Rakuls. It seemed impervious to the power of the Force. I fear we've now drawn its attention. We are being picked off one by one. We have doused our fire, but still they find us. They seem to smell the Force in us. The light draws out their own darkness. We were wrong. This is far worse than a plague. They cannot be saved. I hope we still can...
Commander! Damn! Who are you? What's happened here?
I didn't do it.
I wasn't accusing you of doing anything. This whole thing, it's all wrong. This wasn't supposed to happen. How did I get stuck cleaning up the Republic's old messes? These men were here to deactivate bombs that the Republic gave to a Tar street gang 300 years ago during the Sith occupation. The bombs were meant to empower a revolt, but the Sith killed that idea when they decided to destroy the planet.
What happened to the bombs?
As we learned the hard way, the bombs survived. We didn't realize that the bombs withstood the planet's destruction until one of our scientific expeditions was inadvertently blown up. I don't know who I angered, but it fell to me to ensure that the remaining bombs were deactivated. These commandos were my last shot. Please, you've survived up there. You have to help me.
You've divulged a lot of information, Agent. I'll do your job, but I may need some compensation to keep quiet.
What? Why? No, you're right. I've only dug myself in deeper telling you all of this. Fine. You'll have your credits, but only after the job is done.
Listen here, all you blaster-wielding frontier fighters. Sund Technologies is the best provider of wartime technology the Republic has. Now, I'll tell you, there are some very violent creatures out there. Rat ghouls, Nexu. I have the injuries to prove it. But when there's work to be done, and credits to be made, Sund Tech doesn't rest, and neither should you. What I am offering is a high-paying technological recovery operation that will revolutionize the Republic's work here on Terrace.
Trust me, you'll be lucky if you dig up a rusty can opener in this dump.
Rusty can opener? That's a good one. I'll have to remember that one. I happen to know that 300 years ago, some enterprising swoop racers got their hands on a revolutionary engine accelerator. And I thought, here's the Republic struggling to reclaim Terrace because of bad conditions and poor transportation. And the solution's right here. All they need is someone to transform that accelerator into the kind of innovative, high-efficiency transportation Sund Technologies is known for.
It certainly sounds like a good idea.
Can you imagine the speed those things will have? Pure adrenaline. Problem is, the old swoop tracks are crawling with beasts. Beasts that nearly chewed my leg off. I'm not going to say I've overreached myself here, but I'm not really the fighting kind. I could use some help finding the accelerator.
Make me an offer, and I'll think about it.
One upfront finder's fee, no royalties. A man's got to turn a profit somewhere. I'll throw in some genuine Sund tech if you like. Just head out to the old tracks and scan the old bikes. If you can clear out the beasts so we can salvage the accelerator when you're done, even better. Two things that would really make my day right about now. An Alderanian brandy, or news that you found the accelerator and cleared the track. One or the other. I'm not picky.
Alderanian brandy would be good right now, but it's the latter.
Here you go. Don't spend it all in one place. I hear there's a super fast speeder hitting the market in 10 to 12 months.
The rat ghouls are dead.
And the other things? The big ones? What were they? You know what? Long as they're dead, I don't give a bantha's backside. Let the Jedi figure it out.
One of your mercs asked me to clean up some mutant rat ghouls he couldn't handle.
And? I trust you've come to collect the reward. If you've destroyed those berserkers, it's well worth it. I don't know what they're thinking, opening this place to colonization.
The last of the active bombs just disappeared from the grid. I can't thank you enough.
You can give me the credits you promised.
I hoped you'd have a change of heart, but here you go, as promised. Thank you.
Three, two...
Shut it off! Shut it off! Everyone okay?
Just a few burns. I'm sorry, sir. We didn't get anything.
Nasty shock. Just be glad you weren't holding a wet hydro spanner.
We're standing knee-deep in the swamp. Should have been here yesterday.
We're supposed to get the old city computer systems back online. My team's been soldering hardware for weeks.
Problem is, some of the power systems are still operational. We keep hitting electrical surges, someone's going to get killed.
Engineering Team Gamma was supposed to find the generators and set them to emergency mode, but that ain't happening now.
Don't tell me. The friendly terrace wildlife is causing problems.
That's what they keep telling us.
The generators are outside the safe zone. Area's crawling with rat ghouls and prowlers. Until someone regulates the power, my team can't do a thing. I'm sure you've got your own problems, but if you can lend a hand, don't be shy. How's it looking, Imani?
Power readings are stable, sir. No reason we can't go in.
Power generators are reset. And it's you we have to thank, am I right?
I'll take credit, assuming I get paid for my troubles.
We've got... I'll find something for you. We should get back to it. We've lost time, and there's still a long way to go before systems integrity is restored.
Pleasure working with you, sir.
We heard the good news.
The governor wishes to...
The governor wishes to congratulate you herself. You've done some truly incredible work for Terrace. Every last person here is in your debt.
If anyone wants to show their gratitude, feel free to pass on my contact information.
We'll be glad to. I'm certain there will be many more challenges to overcome as we continue our work. But I'm also certain your heroic example will inspire everyone who works to make Terrace the brightest point in the Republic.
I won't mind if you name something after me, maybe with a big, impressive plaque.
We'll be sure to keep that in mind. Travel safely.
You got the astrogation chart, didn't you? I can tell by the look on your face.
Did you ever doubt me?
If I did, you've just made me a believer for life. That astrogation chart belonged to an exchange gangster named Davik Kang. Davik personally mapped dozens of hyperlanes between the core and outer rim systems. He found shortcuts and hideouts all over the galaxy.
I've never heard of this Davik Kang.
He was the last great leader of the Exchange Crime Syndicate, and the unofficial ruler of Taris. Have you studied much galactic history, Captain? Interesting patterns emerge if you pay attention. Davik Kang's criminal empire ended when this planet was destroyed. Nocdrayan's empire was born when he destroyed a planet.
What a bloodthirsty creep.
That's one way to look at it, assuming you're ignorant of the actual facts. Once upon a time, there was a pirate haven on the Outer Rim called Mandelia. Thousands of criminals lived there. One bright morning, Nocdrayan's freighter dropped out of hyperspace over Mandelia. He demanded the pirates surrender to him or die.
Pirates aren't known for surrendering.
They weren't afraid of a lone, lightly armed freighter. They thought Nock was crazy. When the pirates sent their reply, Nock launched a single rocket at their settlement. The warhead was tipped with an Imperial nerve toxin. The entire settlement died in less than a minute.
How many people did Nock murder?
10,000 greedy pirates, give or take. That day at Mandelia, Nocdrayan went from being a low-rent smuggler to one of the richest criminals in the galaxy. Anyway, that's how the legend goes. I should probably let you get back to work.
For such a foul-smelling planet, I sure had fun.
Congratulations on a job well done. I definitely signed on with the right spacer. At any rate, I'm ready to leave Taris. I'm sure we can find someplace more interesting to be.
Got a bad case of wanderlust, Risha.
Hey, it's one of my best qualities.
joy, Captain. Life with you is almost enough to get me missing the good old days. For Ord Mantell, where separatists were bad and guns were good, and we could just run in shooting.
I could be persuaded into a little drunken gunplay.
I'm not drunk. Just tipsy. I can still bullseye an Imperial soldier at 1,000 paces. Why don't we have more fun on this ship? Back home, when we needed a laugh, we used to run the Rontos in circles, then see if they could charge us without falling over.
Got any suggestions that don't involve farm animals?
I've got a few, but they might take a while to explain. Care to let me show you? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
You afraid I'm gonna turn you down?
It's not right, me propositioning you like some Huts dancer. You deserve better. You deserve a man you can let your guard down with, someone who'll take care of you for a change.
The day I need someone to take care of me, I'm selling the ship and taking up knitting.
You're the strongest woman I ever met. The strongest person, period. I'd fight for you, or with you, or at any command you give. I just think you deserve more.
Stop him! He's a killer!
Wow, we owe you one. You want to think about taking on some bounty hunting work. You can clearly handle yourself, and the credits are good.
I'm usually the one running, not the one chasing, if you get my meaning.
Huh. Maybe some change would do you good then. You decide you're interested, check in with the Bounty Brokers Association. They're running a special right now. More than enough bounty contracts to go around. I'd better get our friend here turned in. Thanks again for the help.
Greetings, Captain. The Bounty Brokers Association welcomes you. If you are interested in the exciting career of bounty hunting, you may review available contracts by using the terminal nearby. Please note that Republic environmental regulations severely limit the amount of carbonite used to capture bounty targets in order to protect native planetary ecologies. Fortunately, there are currently no ecological concerns surrounding blaster fire, stabbings, high explosive detonations, or corpses. Good hunting.